안녕하세요, 나도메이커입니다. 오늘은 UI 디버깅 함수와 버튼, 텍스트 위젯의 사용 가이드에 대해 알아볼 건데요. 스톤사의 HMI LCD에 대해 궁금하신 분들은 위에 카드 영상 한번 확인해주세요. 그러면 첫 번째, UI 디버깅 함수부터 소개하겠습니다.
The debug function on the GUI software allows customers to test the UI and instructions online. Users can enter the debug test by clicking the title bar or by using the menu button. There is no difference between the two methods. There are different settings in debug. The first is the COM, which can automatically scan the computer's COM port. The second is the baud rate. The software supports different baud rates, but it should be consistent with the baud rate of the UI. Connect is whether the connection is successful. After the connection is successful, the serial port can send and receive commands. Scale is the display setting of the UI page, and its default is 100%. Debug can display different logics, such as window page jumps, button pressing effects, widgets being checked effects, value increases and decreases, and some animation playback effects. At the same time, it also supports keyboard simulation. Then there is the instruction sending and receiving area. There are two different ways to send and receive commands. User input is manually input into the box below, and MCU input is connected to the MCU to send and receive data. Users can enter instructions manually or directly import prepared instructions. The software will automatically recognize the format and fill each line with the prepared instructions. Clicking Send will send the command to the UI. If the command generates a corresponding return value, the return value will be displayed in the data return column. Debug mode supports all relevant instructions of HMI screen. Users can also click Export to save the current instructions for subsequent testing. Clicking CLA will clear the input box. Data return supports hexadecimal and translation, and supports users to export all or one of them. Clicking CLA here will also clear the data return box. Let's take a look at what the exported file looks like. This file exports the hex and translated text. This file exports only hexadecimal. This file exports only translated text. The above is a brief introduction to the debug function. Since the software is still being updated, the actual UI effect shall be subject to the specific situation on the HMI screen.
여기까지 UI 디버깅 함수에 대한 내용이었습니다. 이제부터 버튼, 텍스트 위젯 사용 가이드에 대한 내용을 설명하겠습니다.
The functions of GUI are powerful, and in the same time, we have instructions to match different widgets to achieve different effects. This time, we will show the actual effects of the linkage between commands and some widgets. As shown in the video, the commands related to the window page are open window, back window, close window, etc. Customers can also directly implement these functions through user-define of the button on the GUI software. Take button as an example. It can have different return values, such as click value, and the click value of each button is fixed and unique. For next button, I disabled click value, but enabled press down value and press up value. For next button, I just enabled long press value. You can set the trigger time of long press in GUI software. After triggering, it will first return a long press return value, and then repeatedly send the click value according to the set time interval. The above are all system default return values. Users can also customize the desired return value in GUI software. This button has a custom click value set in advance, 0001, 2 bytes of hexadecimal. This button has set the custom press down value and press up value in GUI software in advance to 0002 and 0003 respectively. And this button has customized long press value 0004 and click value 0001. The button widget is mainly used for data return, while the check button widget and radio button widget and radio _ button widget are mainly used for single selection and multiple selection. You can send set value instruction to set check button and radio button checked or unchecked. The difference between them is that different check buttons can be checked at the same time, while only one radio button can be checked in the same group, the same view or the same window page. When selected, there will be a return value. The switch button will return a set of values when it is turned on and off. 00 is the off state, and 01 is on. Users can also control it to be turned on or off through the set value command. Text-related widgets are mainly used to display different texts. The video will show static text, dynamic text, input text, and multi-line text. Sending set text and set vol can change the display content of static text. Please refer to the video. Get text and get value can get the content of the text. Get text can get the text and the value in the static text, while get value can only get the value but not the text. In addition, all value types are float type. Next is scrolling text. Scrolling text will produce a scrolling animation, which requires the text content to be greater than the length of the text. The video shows that it stops automatically after playing once, but after sending the set loop command, it can be played in a loop from left to right. This can also be set in the GUI software. Set yo-yo is different. It allows the text to be played in a loop in the forward and backward directions. This can also be set through the GUI software when designing the UI. The system defaults to scrolling from left to right. If you want it to scroll from right to left, you can send set direction false. And you can also send set duration to set the time it takes to complete the scroll. The unit of time is milliseconds. These can all be set in advance on the GUI software during the UI design stage. Here is mainly to show the diversity of the functions of the command. Here you can also get the text content through the getText command. Edit is an input text box, which comes with a default keyboard, and you can also customize different keyboards through the UI software. After entering the content, click Done to send data actively. Let It is a multi-line text edit box. Clicking Done will switch to the next line. Data will only be sent when the keyboard loses focus. Edit supports the set text and set value command. And each time it is sent, it will receive the corresponding return value. Edit also supports getText and getValue commands. As before, values can be retrieved as text, but text cannot be retrieved as data. Because these two edit widgets have different input types set on the GUI software, the values obtained here are also different. The setText command can change the text content of Let It, but currently it is the same line of text. If you need to wrap the line, you need to manually click Done. getText can get the content of Let It.
오늘은 UI 디버깅 함수와 버튼, 텍스트 위젯의 사용 가이드에 대해 배워봤습니다. 다음 영상에서는 이미지, 차트 위젯 사용 가이드와 선택자 관련 위젯 사용 가이드에 대해 자세히 설명드리도록 하겠습니다. 영상이 유익하셨다면 좋아요와 구독 부탁드리며 사용 중 궁금한 점이나 피드백은 댓글로 남겨주세요. 다음 영상에서 만나요. 안녕.